I'm a divorced single dad, father of 5 kids. It can be tough raising kids today. Believe me, there are high times and low times. It comes with the territory. But in all my years of parenting, I try to give some good advice. Advice for those parents who are out there willing to listen. My name is Priceman Ray, and welcome to my show. Today we're going to be talking about positive things to say to your kids. Now listen, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. But first, I want to congratulate all the new parents out there. Boy, are you in for the time of your life. This is an exciting time and a great adventure, so cherish every moment. Now, on with the show. So today we're going to be talking about positive things to say to your kids. Now before that, I'm sure for the new listeners, you don't know much about me, but for the weekly listeners, you do. My name is Priceman Ray. I'm a divorced single dad, and I do have 5 kids. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. As a father, I can say sometimes my kids do drive me crazy. I mean, they're kids. They're going to do things that do annoy you sometimes, do get on your nerves, but you're the parent. And I'm going to be honest with you. There will be many more times they will make you happy. And I mean, they will make you smile from cheek to cheek. You will grin, you will be happy because kids are great. Now, I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I mean, I have made mistakes and I wish I had did things a little bit different, but that's what you call life. People can learn from their mistakes, especially parents, of course. Now, as a parent, I'm sure we want our kids to have great memories. I mean, who wants our kids to grow up and have these nightmarish memories saying what a terrible childhood they had? We don't want that. No. You have to remember one thing as a parent and a new parent. You are a role model. Kids do watch you and kids listen. And you're always going to be watched. So you have to be on the lookout for that. You know why? Because kids are smart and they learn. So I'm going to tell you exactly what these positive things you can say to your kids. Now, some of them might be obvious, but sometimes the most obvious things are the things that go unnoticed. So first you want to tell your kid you are loved. That's right. A kid needs to hear that they are loved. They need to know that you're always going to be there. They're going to know when they do something that you don't agree with. I mean, as a little kid, you're going to understand and you will be there to explain. Tell your child you are loved. When a child hears that or they feel that, you can't imagine what a great feeling that is for that child. Children need to feel they are loved. I mean, don't you? Don't you as a parent? As a parent, can you remember as a kid what it was like for your parent to tell you, I love you? I mean, I hope they did. And if they did, how did it make you feel? I hope it made you feel great. Hope it made you feel that you are loved. That's right, so that's the first one. Secondly, you want to tell your child, you make me smile. Kids never want to see a parent cry. I'm sure they don't. What kind of kid would want something like that? I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't want that. I never wanted to see my parents cry. I didn't want to cry in front of my parents. But I would love for my parents to say, you know what, Price? I just want you to know something. You make me smile. I mean, can you imagine the feeling inside you get? The warm, fuzzy feeling saying, I made my parents smile. I did something great today. I mean, kids can't do a whole lot because, let's face it, they're little kids. Kids can't go out to work. Kids can't have huge responsibilities. I mean, they can have chores, small things around the house, do a little homework. But when a kid does something, like maybe bring you your slippers, give you a hug, a kiss on the cheek, a pillow, or if your child just wants to sit next to you as you watch TV, say something. Say, you make me smile. I'll bet that is like 1,000,000 stars to that kid. You make me me smile. Number 3, the third positive things you could say to your child. I think about you when we're apart. That's right. I think about you when we are apart. That makes your child feel like, hey, my parent missed me. They really missed me. They wished I was there every minute. I know I have kids. I always want my children next to me. I mean, of course, my kids are a little bigger now. I mean, they do their own thing. But when they were little, oh my goodness, it was fantastic because, you know, I never wanted to be away from my child. And I did think about them when we were apart. I thought about them every moment, every second, every hour, every day. That's right. You know what else? Number 4, you can say, my world is better with you in it. I mean, it's not a lie, is it? I mean, doesn't a child enrich you? Doesn't a child make you feel complete? Doesn't a child even give you purpose? A child can do a lot of things for you. And let's face it, the world is much better with you in it. You should tell your child that so they know how important they are to you. Children need to know this kind of stuff. They can't read minds. They can't. But kids do want to hear that the world is better with you in it because it will make them feel better too. Number 5, I would say, as a parent, I will do my best to keep you safe. That's right. Every child wants to feel safe. They really do. You know? Do your best to keep your child safe. Keep that child safe so they know no matter what happens, no matter where they are going to feel very safe. They're going to know that a parent is always going to be there, caring about them. And their parent is going to make them feel safe. You know that? Make your child feel safe. But you know, there are times, and this is number 6, when a parent has to step up and a parent has to know something a little more than that child. Because sometimes as a parent, you will have to say no. Tell your child, sometimes I will have to say no. Your child says, can I have candy before I go to bed? No, you can't have candy. You're getting ready for bed. Okay, you can't do that now. Your child says, can I get a huge glass of water before bed? Oh, no, you can't do that. Why would you want to do that right now? Can I go play in the street? No, that's a big no. I have to be there. I have to watch you because you got to keep them safe. Because like number 4 says, my world is better with you in it. You know, sometimes you will have to say no, and it might break your heart. I remember when my kids were younger, one of my daughters said, Dad, can I sleep over at my friend's house? I said, no. I said, no. I believe this was my first child. You know, you're always worried about your first child, worried about everything. But I guess, you know, that first child breaks you in. So when the second child comes, you're like, okay, whatever. You want to play in the street, I'm going to be over here. You know, you let go of the reins a little bit. You know? You do, you really do. But I'm going to tell you, sometimes you will have to say no. For their safety, because you want to keep your child safe, just like I said. A lot of these stuff go hand in hand. You know? You have to keep your child safe because you love your child, you know? And you will have to say no sometimes. You always have to say something like that. But your child's going to know that you love them, right? They're definitely going to know that. Because they're your child, you know? You have to tell your child, listen, I have faith in you. That's number 7. I have faith in you. I have faith you'll do the right thing. I have faith when I'm not around, I can trust you. I have faith in you. Tell your child this. I have faith in you. Let your child know that you believe in them. You do have faith in them. You know? Children need to know that. You know? And they also need to know, number 8, I know you can handle it. Tell your child that. I know you can handle it. You want to go up the slide and down? You can go by yourself. You don't need me. I know you can handle it. You know? You want to pet the animals at the zoo? Don't be scared. You know, I'm going to be right here. I know you can handle it. I know you can handle it. These are just simple things, basic things. You should always tell your child, I know you can handle it. Another good thing is number 9. Tell your child you're creative. You are very creative. Get that artistic creativity with your child. Let them know you can create anything you want. The imagination is free. The imagination is their world. If they can dream it, it's possible. I remember a story of two brothers. And they said, I think we could fly. Everybody laughed at them. But you know what? They persisted. And they proved everybody wrong. They made something that could fly. It was called the airplane. Orville and Wilbur Wright. The Wright brothers. They made the airplane because they had a dream. They're creative. Very creative. Artists are creative. They create things with pen and paper, pen and ink. You can be in a situation where you're creative. Creative thinking. Tell your child that. You are creative. They need to hear stuff like that. You're creative. But sometimes kids don't have that kind of confidence. And they have to trust their instincts. Teach your child you have to trust your instincts. If you think walking down that street's a bad thing, you know what? It might be. Trust your instincts. Because you got to believe in yourself. Trust your instincts. You should also tell your child your ideas are worthwhile. Tell your child nothing. You have nothing stupid to say because every idea is good. There was a guy who said, I want to create something where you can see in the dark. The light bulb, He had an idea of making a light bulb, and he did it. His ideas are worthwhile. In fact, these are monster-mental ideas where the whole world, gets to see what his idea became. Worldwide phenomenon. That's right. Because of his idea. Tell your child you are capable. You are capable of anything. If you want to be a doctor, you are smart enough and you can be that doctor. You can do anything anybody else can do. You want to be a policeman? Protect people, help people? Absolutely. You know why? Because you're capable. Your child, they may not be a straight A student. Not even a straight B. In school, I definitely was not an honor student. I'm going to have to tell you and be honest, I got C's, D's, and F's. I wasn't a great student, but my mind was elsewhere, But you got to tell your child you're capable and you believe in them. Because with a lot of work, you can do it. I did. Yeah, I may have gotten C's and D's and some F's, but I graduated college. I was lucky enough. Lucky. I'm going to tell you though, let's be honest. There's a lot of smart people out there who don't go to college. Smarter than me. And I don't think I'm that smart. Probably average. But they're capable. Everybody's capable. You got to believe in yourself. Make your child believe in themselves. Tell them they're capable. And you should never let your child think that they are not deserving. You tell your child you are deserving. You deserve to be treated good. You deserve to be treated fair. You deserve to be treated and talked to in a good way. You deserve the best in life. You are deserving. Tell your child you're not a bad person. You're deserving. And tell your child they're strong. Sometimes kids don't think that they're strong, mentally, physically, emotionally. You have to tell them, you are strong, It's like a muscle. When you exercise, your muscles get stronger. Tell your child, you have to put yourself in situations where you become stronger. I'm sure it's not going to happen overnight. It just doesn't do that. But over time, experience, tell them you are strong. You're a strong person. You're a strong young man. You're a strong young woman. You're a strong person. That's right. You're strong. Whoever you identify with, you are strong. Very strong. And you got to tell your child, if you're in a situation or anything, you can say no. You can say no. That word no is very powerful. Somebody talks to you inappropriately, you say no. Somebody touches you inappropriately, no. Somebody yells at you, no. Somebody disrespects you, no. Or, if you don't want something, I didn't order this food at this restaurant, no. I'm not going to eat it, no. Or, do you want this or that? No. No, I don't want that. It is okay to say no. And you want to tell your child that your choices matter. Tell your child every choice you make matters. Because it comes from you. You matter. Honey, you matter so much. Everything you do matters. And then tell your child you make a difference. You make a difference not only in my life, but in the world. Because you're special. You make a difference. A smile makes a difference. You smile at somebody, you're making a difference to their day. You give somebody a hug, you're making a difference. But make a positive difference. You don't want to just go around stepping on people, putting them down. Tell them, you make a difference. You make a positive. Yeah, I'm going to say, you make a positive difference. I'm going to say that you make a positive difference. And that's a very good thing because we all want to make some kind of a difference, don't we? Don't we? Don't you? Another thing, we definitely have to tell our kids, your words are powerful. Speak the truth. Your words are powerful. That's why sometimes we have to be careful on what we say because they can be hurtful too. Words hold power, especially nowadays with bullying, a whole lot of things like that. Your words are powerful, so use them for good. Teach your child young. They need to know. And they need to know that you need to tell your child your emotions may be powerful. Let's face it, if you smile at somebody, it is magnetic. Somebody else will smile. They'll see it and smile, they will. I've seen it all the time. If you yell, somebody will yell right back. We've all heard of road rage. I have. Have you? Tell your child, and you can still choose your actions. You're responsible for your actions. We all are. Responsible for our actions. Whatever you do, you got to take responsibility for it. Good or bad, take responsibility. But they also need to know that you are more than your emotions. If you're sad all the time, you're more than that. Trust me, you're more. Tell your child there's more than sadness. There's happiness. There's everything. You are more than your emotions. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. You also want to tell your child, you are a good friend. They need to hear that. You're a good friend. You are not only my child, but you are a good friend. Someone I can talk to, someone I can hang out with. You're a good friend. I mean, obviously kids know the line and not the cross, but you're a good friend. They need to hear that. You need to hear that. Well, I want to thank you guys for listening today. Talk about positive things to say to your kids. Now remember, this is a part 1 of a 3-part series. So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you're notified when a new episode is posted. Rate and review this podcast and share it with your family and friends. I hope you leave with something that helps you being a better parent. I'll see you next time here. And remember this one last bit of advice. Tomorrow is never promised. So don't go to bed angry at your child or anyone you love. And before you go to bed tonight, hug your child and tell them, I will love you forever, Dad. See you next time here on Forever Dad.